Good evening, brave souls. It's Halloween on HQ Trivia, and tonight we're out for blood. I'm Beric Livingstone, as it says on my headstone, your ghostly host here for the gory glory of another round of trivia questions, but this time with a bit of a Halloween theme. We have some fun things going on tonight. We may just have a special guest whom I think you're going to love, so stick around. Thank you for sending me your pictures of your Halloween costumes. Some excellent work going on out there in the HQ universe. Lots of originality, lots of attention to detail, quite often hilarious. Just what I would expect from our players. We will fit in some shout-outs later. Let's recap the rules. 12 questions from foolish to ghoulish. Get them right to stay in the game. Get them wrong, and you can still watch, but you can't play unless you can get yourself reanimated with an extra life. One per game, except on the final cue. 3 multiple-choice answers with 10 seconds for each question. Get all 12 right, and you will win or split tonight's prize pot, £1,000, yours for the taking. Okay, let's get to it. Here's Q1. Gomez, Morticia, and Pugsley are members of which family? Kardashian, Beckham, Adams. Keeping it in the family here, and appropriately enough for a Wednesday. Well, they scare the bejesus out of me, but we're not talking about the Kardashians here. Victoria, before she became a Beckham, it's the Adams family. Yes, and 56,666 of you getting that right. That's a slightly scary number there. Appropriate. Good work. On to Q2. Bram Stoker's Count Dracula is an example of which of these? A vampire, a nurse, an accountant. Bram, short for Abraham. He was apparently inspired by Whitby when he was writing Count Dracula. Go figure. If you went for the abacus, then I'm afraid you're thinking of the Sesame Street Count. However, taking your blood without your consent, he is a vampire. A vampire, close to my heart. Of course he is. 55,959 of you getting that right. Coming up tomorrow, it's theme night, and on the mix, once again, will be DJ Shazza, playing out those music trivia cues, focusing on the noughties up to the present day, Jessie J to Kanye and Beyonce. You'll join us for that, because it will rule. Onwards now to Q3. Which of these reality TV shows features the Casa Amor? Sesame Street, Good Morning Britain, Love Island. Sesame Street is indeed a reality TV show. I'm sticking with that one. Make of it what you will. Now, they may have spoken about it on Good Morning Britain, but what show actually took us there? The most affectionate of archipelagos, it's Love Island. Yes, we love that show. 50,606 of you getting that right, and here it is. Check it out.
Boys, welcome to
And it would be so great if we could only get someone from Love Island to come on HQ one day. Do you think that could ever be possible? Oh my goodness! It's none other than Dr. Alex George of Love Island fame. Hello, welcome to HQ.
Good evening and happy Halloween, everybody.
Thank you very much. Appropriate enough on Halloween. I'm a blood-sucking vampire, and you're interested in blood in a different way. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. I'm working with the ITV2 Blood Squad to encourage more young people to donate blood.
A lot of people seem to be scared of donating blood. Why is that, do you think?
I think people worry that it hurts quite a lot, but actually it's not painful at all. It's quick and it's easy and it's actually really rewarding to do.
Yep, and it can save a lot of lives too. If people want to give blood, how can they do it?
So you sign up online. If you search for blood donation, you can find a local centre to go and donate blood. It only takes about an hour. And remember, donating 1 pint of blood can save 3 lives. So please sign up and do it.
Do that. After this show, do it straight away. But first, we'll do another question. Would you like to read the question out?
I would love to.
Okay, here we go. Q4.
What is the first name of the fictional scientist who created Frankenstein's monster? Victor, Valerie, or Violet?
Mary Shelley's famous story, of course. Which is it? Well, he is more of a monster than the one he created. But what's Frankenstein's first name? Coming 1 vowel short of success, it's Victor. Yes, and victorious in that question. 47,895 of you. Well done, and thank you very much, Alex George. We got some shout-outs here. Would you like to read some of these shout-outs?
So a shout-out to Ellie, to Ellen, and to Adam. Hi to the Headstoners. Hi to Bunny Glaw, the horror hostess.
Fantastic. You just got shouted out by Alex George. Well, thank you again for that. We will see you a bit later in the show, we hope. Let us move on now to Q5. In which of these countries is the Day of the Dead a national holiday shortly after Halloween? Mexico, Turkey, Russia. For some people, Day of the Dead is actually more important than Christmas, and the celebrations can last even longer. It's the spooky version of Boxing Day. But where do even the dead get a day off? Making Texas look chilly, it's Mexico. Mexico is where you want to go for this one. 45,181 of you getting that right. We'll be in candy comas tomorrow, but the Mexicans will be celebrating those that have passed and watching Coco on repeat. Q6. Which of these stars was originally due to direct The Silence of the Lambs? Clint Eastwood, Al Pacino, Gene Hackman. Silence of the Lambs could have been a very different movie with one of these directors. They also had Michelle Pfeiffer in mind for Clarice. They had Sean Connery in mind for Hannibal Lecter. What a show that would have been. 3 legendary leads in front of the camera, but who almost led this one from behind it? Royal Tenenbaum himself. It was Gene Hackman. Yes, and the genius is here, 13,171, but the first savage question of the day with 21,000 going for Clint Eastwood. Yeah, he is well known for his directing, but Gene Hackman is the answer we wanted. He went as far as buying the rights to the novel, but dropped out after his daughter was freaked out by it. Okay.
Aren't you going to say hello? Oh.
Absolutely frightening. Let's move on. Oh, but before we do, don't forget, this Sunday, we have our HQ Sports Show with Tyler West. It's going to be at 2 p.m. on Sunday. It is fantastic. Tyler is an amazing host. He's also an amazing athlete. He's a podcaster. He's a presenter. If you haven't seen it yet, tune in this Sunday at 2. It will be great. Q7. Who played Pennywise in the original TV adaptation of Stephen King's It? Robin Williams, Tommy Lee Jones, Tim Curry. Very, very frightening. Talking of people that might have been in TV shows and films, Alice Cooper was in mind for Pennywise. Again, I would have loved to see that one. I channeled him on Monday night, but who was it long before I was? Hollywood's go-to demon, it was Tim Curry. Yeah, Tim Curry, who was hot enough to get that one right, 11,738 of you. Bill Skarsgård seemed like a bizarre choice, but he definitely floated our boats in last year's reboot. Okay, onwards to Q8. In some regions of the US, what name is given to the night before Halloween? Cabbage night, corn night, cherry night. We've almost got a balanced diet here. It sounds delicious. We provide you with all the food you need for thought here on HQ. Now, we've dealt with the day after, but which of these is the night before Spookmas? More of a trick than a treat. It's cabbage night. Yes, cabbage night was the right answer. 3,660 of you getting that right, but another savage question with almost 8,000 going for corn night. I understand why you might have picked that. Corn night is the day before Guy Fawkes here in the UK, but it's cabbage night the day before Halloween in the US. One of the season's sillier traditions. Girls get used to consulting a cabbage to find out the things about their future husband. Okay, well, many happy marriages could be made on the basis of that. I may have a look at my vegetable rack when I get home and see what it tells me. Q9. The writer of which of these movies once took part in a TV game show presented by Groucho Marx? The Omen, The Exorcist, Halloween. Groucho Marx had to ad-lib on a radio show once, and he did it so well that the producer said, "Do you want to do a game show?" Groucho Marx thought about it, said yes, and the rest was You Bet Your Life history. Now, William Peter Blatty appeared on it, but which of these nightmare inducers did he write? Getting creative with a crucifix, it's The Exorcist. Yes, P super duper. 1,660 of you getting that right. Another one, another savage question. Triple savagery on HQ. Yes, we lost 3,000 order there. Well, Blatty won $10,000 on the show, quitting his job to focus on scaring the bejesus out of us. And we're all kind of glad, in a scared way, that he did. Oh, here we go. 3 questions left. Q10. In the Halloween legend of Stingy Jack, what does the devil turn himself into? A black cat, a pumpkin, a coin. This is an old Irish story. Stingy Jack, also known as Flaky Jack, also known as Jack-o'-lantern, We love a quirky costume here on HQ, yes we do, just a little bit. But what did the devil dress up at in this story? More likely to land on his head than head at his feet. It was a coin. Heads or tails, a coin. Spinning for that one. 1,214 of you who got that right. We lost about half of you, a little bit beastly, but not quite savage. The full legend's too long to tell here, but it ends up with the creation of the jack-o'-lantern. All right, 2 to go. Question 11. An early design of which chocolate bar was inspired by a TV variety show? Mars, Yorkie, Kit Kat. Trick or treat, anyone? Well, all of these are a bit too nice to put in the trick-or-treat box, but they're 3 child-friendly candies, I guess. Who started off, though, as a port-flavoured bar inspired by the show The Good Old Days? From just for adults to just for boys, it was the Yorkie. The Yorkie bar, eventually named after Roundtrees of York, a hometown. 814 of you getting that one right. You know your chocolates here on HQ. All right then, spookiness set to full, because we are trick-or-treating into the final round. With 103 of you using extra lives to get back in, and £1,000 still to play for, 814 people getting the last question right. A lot hangs on this last question. It's Q12, and oh my goodness, Dr. Alex George is back with us, which is a good thing because, as it happens, this last question is a medical one. Would you like to take it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Saliva from which of these creatures has been used in medicine to keep human blood flowing? Vampire bats, black widow spiders, or Arctic wolves?
3 scary answers. Is this really true?
It is true.
Oof, I wouldn't want to be bitten by any of them. But whose spit will stop our blood clotting?
They can cause muscle pain, nausea, and vomiting, but black widow bites aren't an anticoagulant.
Well, the most Halloween of the 3, it's vampire bats for the win, and we have
567 correct answers.
Well done! 567 winners. That is amazing work.
That's fantastic. Well done. And we have, let's see who the winners are. We've got Stego Freak with £1.76. We've got Staz 10 with £1.76. Anik Akbar with £1.76 as well.
Well done to all of you, and oh, we seem to have lost Dr. Alex George there. What a shame. He was a good sport. Grateful thanks to the doctor, television star, and blood donor, Alex George. Very pleased that he generously gave so much of his time. I'm Beric Livingstone. Find me on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere away from garlic or sunlight. Tomorrow is music theme night, but before that we're back in the afternoon. Join us at 3 p.m. for our regular round of mixed trivia with a wonderful £1,000 prize to play for. Okay, let's get on with the Halloween partying. Good night!